Rivers State is void ab initio, and ordered him to present the Appropriation Bill 2024 to the House. B, that His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, authorized or approved withdrawals from the Consolidation Revenue Fund of Rivers State in 2024 financial year of Rivers State without an appropriation law duly passed by the Rivers State House of Assembly, contrary to Section 120 of the Constitution, and that contracts, including the construction of the new Rivers State House of Assembly chambers and auditorium, were awarded without approval of the Rivers State House of Assembly.
They say we're not live.
3. That His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, authorized the approval, withdrawal, and spent from the Consolidation Revenue Fund of Rivers State in 2025 financial year of Rivers State, especially between 1st January 2025 to 18th March 2025 without an appropriation law duly passed by the Rivers State House of Assembly, contrary to Section 120 of the Constitution. D, that His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, violated Section 122 of the Constitution and by authorizing expenditure from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State, even after the Rivers State House of Assembly declared a shutdown on the Rivers State government expenditure in resolution passed at the 4th legislative day of the 2nd section of the 10th Rivers State House of Assembly, which held on Monday, the 15th day of July 2024, thereby relegating the Constitution resolution passed by the House to the background. E, that on Friday, the 28th of February 2025, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, before their Lordship, Uwani Musa Abba Aji, Justice of the Supreme Court, Ibrahim Muhammad Musa Saluwa, Justice Court, Emmanuel Akomaye Agim, Justice of the Supreme Court, Choma Ogondu Wosu Iyeme, Justice of the Supreme Court, and Jamalu Yamama Tuko, Justice of the Supreme Court, in suit number SC/CV/1174/2024, restored the judgment of the Federal High Court in suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/984/2024, which confirmed that Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, never presented any appropriation bill for 2024, did not have an appropriation law for 2025, so ordered that the Central Bank of Nigeria and the Accountant General of the Federation should forthwith stop releasing and payment of the government of Rivers State, its organs, departments, and officials, any money belonging to Rivers State until an appropriation law is made by Rivers State House of Assembly, constituted as prescribed by the 1999 Constitution. F, that His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, sometime in September 2023, approved an expenditure from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State government an extra budgetary sum of 5 billion naira, 5,900,000,000 naira, purported to have expended same for the Ogoni-Andoni Unity Road, a payment not approved by the Rivers State House of Assembly or provided in the Rivers State Appropriation Law 2023. G, that His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSROS, Governor of Rivers State, sometime in September 2023, approved and expended from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State government an extra budgetary sum of 4 billion naira, purported to have expended same for the Boji Aleto Refinery Road, a a payment not appropriated by the Rivers State House of Assembly or provided for in the Rivers State Appropriation Law 2023. H. That His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, DSS, Governor of Rivers State, sometime in September 2023, approved and expended from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State an extra budgetary sum of 4 billion naira purported to have expended same for the Opopo internal roads, a payment not appropriated by the Rivers State House of Assembly. Mr. Speaker, gross misconduct. 2. Misappropriation of public funds contrary to the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and extant Rivers State financial laws and regulations. Particulars of gross misconduct. A. That His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, DSS, Governor of Rivers State, received from the Federal Government of Nigeria and appropriated the sum of 4,500 million naira shall be funds meant for local government in Rivers State. Gross misconduct. 3. Hindering or obstructing the Rivers State House of Assembly, which is another arm of government protected by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, from performing her constitutional duties. Particulars of gross misconduct. A. That His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, DSS, ordered and personally supervised the demolition of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Hallowed Chamber, and Auditorium at the Rivers State House of Assembly Complex, Moscow Road, Port Harcourt, on the 13th day of December 2023, without notice to the or any form of approval. This action was in contravention of the ex parte order of the Federal High Court in suit number FAC/ABJ/CS/1613/2013 issued on the 30th of November 2023, which declared that the Rivers State House of Assembly is a constitutional institution that needs to be preserved pending the determination of the motion of notice dated and filed 29th November 2023. B. That the judgment delivered on the 22nd of January 2024 in favor of Rivers State House of Assembly, where the presiding judge, Justice J.K. Omotosho, in suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/1613/2013, condemned that the act of demolition and stated that this court finds it strange that the 11th defendant, as chief executive of the state, would go to the extent of stopping the authentic House of Assembly from sitting through devious means such as destroying the House of Assembly complex is noteworthy. C. The Supreme Court in suit number SC/CV/1174/2024 delivered on the 28th of February 2025 took judicial notice of the illegal demolition and condemned the action of the Governor of Rivers State, wherein it was stated that, surprisingly, on the 13/12/2023, in gross violation of the subsisting order of the trial court, the appellant demolished Rivers State House of Assembly complex at Moscow Road and secretly arranged 4 members of the first responder, led by Right Honorable Edison Ograya Ehie, to a place outside the premises of the said House of Assembly and held a sham sitting of the first responder.
The Majority Leader,
Sir.
For want of time, I will seek your indulgence to Because it appears the document you have is quite lengthy.
Yes, quite voluminous. Mr. Speaker, if you allow me, I will go through all of them.
I will just allow you to just highlight just the gross misconduct and leave the particulars. Do the gross misconduct, leave the particulars for want of time, and then summarize, please.
Okay, gross misconduct.
4.
4. Appointment of persons to occupy offices and positions in the Rivers State government without allowing for requirements of screening and confirmation as prescribed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended. Other extant laws, but making the request for screening to persons other than the legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly.
Go to the next gross misconduct, please. Five.
Gross misconduct 5. Seizure of salaries, allowances, as well as funds standing to the credit of the legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly, contrary to Section 1213 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and other extant laws.
Go to 6, please.
Gross misconduct 6. Seizure of salary of the clerk of Rivers State House of Assembly, Mr. Emeka Amadi.
Seven.
Gross misconduct 7. Refusal to implement provisions of the Constitution on financial autonomy of the Rivers State House of Assembly and the Rivers State Judiciary. 8. Withholding of funds meant for the running of Rivers State House of Assembly Service Commission and for stating a commission set up by Part 2AA of the 1999 Constitution as amended.
Conclusion.
Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, Mr. Speaker, we conclude by stating that the governor has shown that he is not prepared to govern Rivers State in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, and his oath of office. The Supreme Court, in suit number SC/CV/1174/2004, condemned his actions when he stated that the 8th responder fear of impeachment by the Rivers State House of Assembly is no justification for his attack on the House of Assembly, the Constitution, the government of Rivers State, and the rule of law. Political disagreement cannot justify this attack and contempt for the rule of law by the governor of Rivers State or any person. What the 8th respondent has done is to destroy the government because of fear of being impeached. Mr. Speaker, this document is signed by the underlisted members of Rivers State House of Assembly, dated the 5th day of January 2026. Mr. Speaker, by your leave, may I read their names?
Just hurry up, please.
1. Right Honorable Dumle Maho, Bukana Constituency. Honorable Major Jack Akutoro Constituency 1. Honorable Linda Stewart, Okrika Constituency. Honorable Franklin Waboti, Oba Igbema Ndoni Constituency. Honorable Justina Imeji, Emoa Constituency. Honorable Ignatius Owuka, Eche Constituency 1. Honorable Kimeze Nwankwo, Eche Constituency 2. Honorable Lemchi Prince Nyechi, Ikwele Constituency. Honorable Barele Wako, Kana Constituency 1. Honorable Emilia Lucky Amadi, Obiakpo Constituency 2. Honorable Nkemjika Ezekwem, Oba Ngbeman Doni, constituency 2. Honorable Davis Arnold, Ogubolo constituency. Honorable Sivalos Wampo, Omuma constituency. Girard Afoji. Honorable Oyubo constituency. Honorable Afoji Gwe Eleme constituency. Mr. Speaker, by your leave, may I lay this at the table.
Please, this one. Distinguished colleagues, the majority leader, one house please, order. The majority leader has just laid before the House the notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999. And this particular letter was signed by 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, which the majority leader has read their names. Distinguished colleagues, I am now in receipt of this letter, and pursuant to the sections of the 1999 Constitution as amended, I will ensure that this letter is forwarded to His Excellency Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, Governor of Rivers State, within 7 days. Distinguished colleagues, I will do that. Rest assured, I will not renege. I will do my job in line with the Constitution. Thank you. What order?
May I read the order?
Proceed.
Order 23.1 says, a paper may be presented to the House by a member and its presentation shall be entered upon the votes and proceedings, provided that papers may be forwarded to the clerk on any day during the existence of the House, and the delivery of such papers to the office of the clerk shall be deemed to be for all purposes the presentation of them to the House. Mr. Speaker, I have a paper that fits this order that I want to...
What is the paper?
Mr. Speaker, it is a document signed by 26 members of this House and addressed to you, Mr. Speaker. With your leave, can I read this document?
Please go ahead.
This document is addressed to the Speaker, Rivers State House of Assembly, and it says, Mr. Speaker, notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999. Acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the office of the Deputy Governor by Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Maodu, DSSRS Deputy Governor of Rivers State. In compliance with Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended, and other extant laws, we, the undersigned members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, hereby forward to you a notice of gross misconduct by the Deputy Governor of Rivers State in the performance of the functions of her office. Mr. Speaker, the gross misconducts are many. By your leave, I will just read the gross misconducts and leave the particulars.
But you can mention how many particulars, okay, and then proceed.
Okay. Gross misconduct 1. Reckless and unconstitutional expenditure of public funds contrary to sections 120, 121, paragraph 1 and 2, and 122 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999 as amended. Particulars of gross misconduct are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H.
Proceed.
Gross misconduct 2, Mr. Speaker. Misappropriation of funds, public funds, contrary to the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended and extant Rivers State financial laws and regulations. Gross misconducts here are...
The particulars.
Particulars of the gross misconduct, Mr. Speaker, are A, just A, 1. So I'll go on to gross misconduct 3. Hindering or obstructing the Rivers State House of Assembly, which is another arm of government protected by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, from performing her constitutional duties. Particulars of gross misconduct are A, B, and C. Gross misconduct 4, conniving and supporting the illegal appointment of persons to occupy offices/positions in the River State government without allowing for the requirement of screening and confirmation as prescribed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and other exempt laws, but making the request for screening to persons other than the legitimate River State House of Assembly. Particulars of this gross misconduct are A, B, C, D, E, F. So I'll move to gross misconduct 5. Seizure of salaries, allowances, as well as funds standing to the credit of the legitimate River State House of Assembly, contrary to Section 121, Paragraph 3 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and other exempt laws. Particulars of this gross misconduct are A, B, and C. Gross misconduct 6, seizure of salary of the clerk of the River State House of Assembly, Mr. Emeka Amade. Particulars of this gross misconduct are A and B. Gross misconduct 7, refusal to implement provisions of the Constitution of the Federal on financial autonomy of the River State House of Assembly and River State Judiciary. Particulars of this gross misconduct are A, B, C, and D. Gross misconduct 8, withholding of funds meant for the running of the River State House of Assembly Service Commission and frustrating the commission, a commission set up by Part 2 AA of the 1999 Constitution as amended. Particulars of this gross misconduct are A and B. In conclusion, Mr. Speaker, we, the undersigned, we conclude by stating that the Deputy Governor has shown that she is not prepared to deputize the Governor in governing River State in line with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, and her oath of office. With your leave, Mr. Speaker, I would love to read out the names of the undersigned.
Go ahead.
Okay. Right Honorable Dumle Mao, Dokana Constituency. Honorable Major Jack, Akukotori Constituency 1. Honorable Linda Somiari Stewart, Okrika Constituency. Honorable Franklin Uchenna Wabochi, Ogbaigbe Mandoni Constituency 1. Honorable Christopher Ofix Kabang, Andoni Constituency. Honorable Azeru Opara, Port Harcourt Constituency 3. Honorable Endemi Alabo George, Asari Constituency 2. Honorable Tonye Smart Adoki, Port Harcourt Constituency 2. Honorable Granville Tekenari Wellington, Asari Toro Constituency 1. Honorable Solomon Wami, Port Harcourt Constituency 1. Honorable Bernard Ngba, Tai Constituency. Honorable John Dominic Iderema, Abua Odua Constituency. Honorable Queen Ubuma Tony Williams, Ahoda East Constituency 1. Honorable Lolo Azaya Obuende, Akoko Constituency 2. Honorable Peter Abe, Degema Constituency. Honorable Igwe Obe Afoji, Eleme Constituency. Honorable Justina Emeji, Emoha Constituency. Honorable Ignatius Omuka, Eche Constituency 1. Honorable Chimeze Wanko, Eche Constituency 2. Honorable Lemchi Prisyeche, Ikwere Constituency. Honorable Barile Wako, Kana Constituency 1. Honorable Emilia Loki Amadi, Obiakbo Constituency 2. Honorable Nkemjika Ezekwe, Oba Egbema Ndoni Constituency 2. Honorable David Arnold Okobiriare, Ogugbolo Constituency. Honorable Silvanus Wanko Omuma Constituency. And Honorable Gerald Ofoji, Oyigo Constituency. 26 of us, Mr. Speaker. And with your leave, please, I would want to present this document.
Please do so.
Thank you.
Distinguished colleagues, The Honorable Linda Sumeri Stewart has just laid before this August Assembly a notice of allegations of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended 1999, re-acts of gross misconduct in the performance of the functions of the Office of the Deputy Governor by Her Excellency Professor Ngozi Mma-Odu, DSSRS Deputy Governor of Rivers State. Distinguished colleagues, in line with Section 188 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, I will ensure that this document is forwarded to Her Excellency the Deputy Governor within 7 days. Distinguished colleagues, I assure you I'm going to do my job in line with the Constitution. Clerk, do we have anything on the other paper?
Notice of presentation of motion. Motion to decline actions on the medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, and the 2026 appropriation bill until investigations on the allegation of gross misconduct against the governor and the deputy governor of Rivers State are concluded. Sponsors: Right Honorable Maul Dumle, Deputy Speaker; Honorable Wankwo Silvanus E., Minority Leader.
Deputy Speaker and Minority Leader, are you ready with your motion? Please proceed.
Investigation on the allegation of gross misconduct against the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State are concluded. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I move that whereas Section 121, Sub 1 of the 1999 Constitution as amended states as follows, sir. The governor shall cause to be prepared and laid before the House of Assembly at a time before the commencement of each financial year estimate of the revenue and expenditure of the state for the next following financial year. Mr. Speaker, considering that Section 10 of the Rivers State Fiscal Responsibility Law number 8 of 2010 requires the governor of Rivers State to present the medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, every 3 years before presentation of an appropriation bill, and that the last MTEF was presented in 2022 by the former governor of Rivers State, Chief Ezimo Wike. Mr. Speaker, aware that the governor of Rivers State, in connivance with the deputy governor of Rivers State, has blatantly refused to either present MTEF to the appropriation bill 2026, while he continues to illegally and recklessly spend from his back pocket money from the consolidated revenue fund of Rivers State. Mindful that there is already a notice of allegation of gross misconduct brought pursuant to Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution as amended against the governor and the deputy governor of Rivers State by 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly, sir. Sir, conscious that the governor and deputy governor have continued to act as tyrants, have no good plans for transparency or good governance of Rivers State, and have repeatedly breached, backtracked on peace agreement facilitated, sir, by the president of this country, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, informed Mr. Speaker that the governor and the deputy governor failed to heed to the terms of agreement reached during the peace parley brokered by the same Mr. President, sir, in December 2023, and another one reached in 2025, most recently, sir, during the emergency rules in Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, convinced that the governor is incorrigible, Mr. Speaker, the emphasis are mine, cannot be trusted to abide by the Constitution, our ground law, sir, or heed to peaceful agreement against, sir, and does not show respect to the office and the person of the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, sir. Further convinced, sir, that waiting for the conclusion of the investigation of allegation of gross misconduct against the governor and deputy governor before proceeding with the consideration and financial approval by the House is the best thing to do, is the best way to go, sir. We do therefore respectfully pray this House to do resolve as follows. One, sir, condemn in strong terms the refusal of the Governor of Rivers State, sir, Siminalayi Fubara, DSSRS, with support from the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Odu, to present medium-term expenditure framework and 2026 appropriation be in line with Rivers State Fiscal Responsibility Law 2010 and the Constitution respectively, as well as their regular spending from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State, sir. Two, that the House declared that the House will not, Mr. Speaker, the House should not, and the House will not proceed with any action for presentation of medium-term expenditure framework (MTEF) and appropriation bill 2026 until the investigation of gross misconduct leveled against the governor and the deputy governor are concluded, sir. Mr. Speaker, paragraph 3 is the omnibus clause, the omnibus prayer, sir. Make any other order this House may deem necessary to make in the circumstance. Mr. Speaker, I so move. And Mr. Speaker, sponsors of this motion are myself, Right Honorable Dumle Mao, Deputy Speaker, and Honorable Silvanus Wankwo, Minority Leader of this 10th Assembly. Mr. Speaker, by your kind leave, may I lay the motion paper at the table.
Please do so. Seconder.
The right, the Honorable Speaker of this respected House of Assembly. My name is Silvanus Wankwo, the Minority Leader of this 10th Assembly. While still standing, I second the motion as moved by Right Honorable Dumle Mao, the Deputy Speaker of this hallowed chamber. Having done that, Mr. Speaker, may I seek your leave humbly to commence debate.
You have the
on
leave
said
of the
motion.
House. Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for that indulgence. Mr. Speaker, I align myself totally with all the prayers as sought by this motion paper. Prayer 1, prayer 2, and prayer 3. And in totality, and for what of time, urge my fellow members to do justice and support the said motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Enemy Alaba George, you requested.
The right, the Honorable Speaker, of very dear and distinguished colleagues. So, Speaker, today I rise as the Honorable Member representing Assembly 22, Enemy Alaba George, to add my voice to this timely and sensitive motion. Mr. Speaker, in legal parlance and in the judicial world, there's a word called recidivists. That means a serial offender, a chronic breaker of the law that will never change. Mr. Speaker, that is who the Governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, has proven to be. Mr. Speaker, Calabar people say, that's what you cook, it doesn't get done. Even you roast it, it will not get done. Mr. Speaker, the governor has been cooked, not done. Roasted by the president, still not done. What then shall we now do as a House? Mr. Speaker, we represent the people, an institution created by law, backed by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended. Mr. Speaker, what the governor has done is to serially break the law. Mr. Speaker, long-term plans, short-term plans, medium-term plans. The medium-term expenditure framework is the medium-term plan that the government runs its finances on. Since 2022, as you've heard, we have not had as a state. It is safe to say for 2 years, Rivers State has not had a budget, or even more. Yet the governor spends public funds recklessly and in a very rascally manner. Mr. Speaker, Mr. President intervened the first time and told the governor, I'll give you a second chance. Mr. Speaker, during the state of emergency, Mr. President himself intervened again. The governor has disrespected the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The governor has disrespected this institution, an arm of government. The governor has disrespected Rivers people. It has never happened in Rivers State, no matter how reckless, that the governor will run without law. The Supreme Court has said that Rivers State is being run without a government. Mr. Speaker, I therefore align myself with all the prayers of this motion. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Smart Adoku, did you request? Okay. Okay, Honorable Igwe Ubea Forji.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, Happy New Year to all of us. Mr. Speaker,
1 minute, please, 1 minute.
Mr. Speaker, I want to thank the sponsors of this very motion, my dear brother, Dumle and Sivanus. Mr. Speaker, I will just go straight to prayer number 2. Prayer number 2 is to declare that the House will not proceed with any action for presentation of medium-term expenditure. I support this prayer completely because my colleague Enemi has said it clearly that the president intervened. Everybody was aware of Rivers issue. And signatures were penciled down. Even you, Mr. Speaker, penciled down the agreement. The governor reneged on it. A second opportunity was also given by our father, the president of this country, and the leaders of our state. Yet the governor did not honor it. Mr. Speaker, I have with me Supreme Court judgment. If you read it word to word, clause to word, you will see that he has been done well by the president of this country. If you follow the constitution of our country, you will know that we need to allow the process to go through to the end. The Supreme Court addressed the governor as a despot. A despot means that a man that rules with power, authority. Mr. Speaker, the Court of Appeal.
Without following the Constitution.
Without following the Constitution. Mr. Speaker, the Court of Appeal addressed his actions as a joke, taken too far. Mr. Speaker, what else? The Federal High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. And we cannot, as an arm of government, fold our hands and allow the craft. This Constitution was crafted by people, day and night. This judgment was done by 5 justices of the Supreme Court. We must allow it to be tested. We must not receive anything from His Excellency until we conclude the action of misconduct by the governor.
Thank you,
Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Justin Emeji, did you request? I think I'm seeing the request. Just 30 seconds, please.
Honorable Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my name is my
distinguished colleagues, let me thank you so much for your contributions. In fact, I want to very sincerely thank you for rushing to the chamber when you got the memo from the clerk informing you that the House will be reconvening today. You cut short your holiday and your meetings with your constituents. Members, we were on recess and we had to call off this recess to serve the good people of Rivers State. I want to thank you very sincerely, very distinguished colleagues. You have indeed shown that you love Rivers State, you love your constituents. I thank you so much. Distinguished colleagues, the motion heavily presented by the Deputy Speaker and the Honorable Silvanus Wankwo, which is a motion to decline actions on the medium-term expenditure framework, MTEF, and the appropriation bill 2026 until investigations on the allegations of gross misconduct against the governor and deputy governor of Rivers State are concluded. This motion, I must say, going by what members have also commented, is actually a motion that is good and is in the best interests of Rivers State. 26 members of Rivers House of Assembly have brought allegations against the governor and the deputy governor. It is important that the process be allowed to go through in line with the provisions of the Constitution. And The particulars of gross misconduct have a lot to do with presentation of budget, refusal to present budget, spending outside the appropriation law. Distinguished colleagues, one thing very interesting is what members also indicated in that notice, but we're not here discussing the notice, but we're only making reference to it, which is that there is a notice and the process of impeachment is on as we speak. Having received the notice, my job is to forward it, and it's important that we allow this process go through. What this motion is saying is, in the event that the governor tries, as he has always tried to do, to be smart by half, to now say he wants to bring the appropriation bill or to present the medium-term expenditure framework, the movers of this motion are saying, let him hold on now. Let the process for the investigation of the allegations brought against him and the deputy governor be concluded. Distinguished colleagues, is that not what you are saying? Yes. So it makes sense too that we allow that process to go through before we start talking about any MTF or even the 2026 appropriation bill. In any case, the governor does not even want to present any budget, because if he wanted to, he would have brought it all this while. Siminalayi Fubara is a mistake. He is a mistake. Rivers State has never had it this bad. In the entire Nigeria, Siminalayi Fubara and Professor Ngozi Odu, these are the only two people in the office at the sub-national level that are yet to present 2026 appropriation bill. The entire country. I'm sure if you go to the entire West African sub-region or even Africa, you will not find any sub-national government that has not presented an appropriation bill for 2026. Who would believe that in this 21st century, that a state like Rivers State will not have an appropriation bill either presented or passed? Nothing is holding the governor for presenting it. He chose not to. And the governor has been boasting that he will always go and meet the president for the president to call us and give us instruction. He has been boasting, he has been saying it to his followers, that this assembly were nothing but toothless bulldog. That this 10th Rivers House Assembly, we cannot do anything, we cannot enforce the constitution. This is a sad commentary for our democracy. Sir Siminalayi Fubara and Professor Odu, they are nothing but a threat to our nascent democracy. If they are allowed to remain in office, I don't know what will become of our democracy. And they are moving about from place to place, spending taxpayers' money without approval. Part of what led to other efforts to impeach them, first impeachment effort, second impeachment effort, has to do with refusal to present budget. Mr. President has called several meetings which we attended. Our leader, His Excellency Wike, has called several meetings. I have attended meetings with the governor, and we have called on him, present the budget, something that is in line with the constitution. He says he will not. He's above the constitution. Nothing will happen to him. If he does not present it, he will meet the president, he will meet the National Assembly, they will tell us to leave him alone. And he has been boasting about this. Now I ask members, is it the right way to go to allow a governor not to obey the constitution, to continue to spend without approval? Even when we had an approval in 2023 for the governor to spend, the governor left the constitution, left the appropriation law of 2023 and started awarding contracts outside the budget. Particulars of his award letters, they are there attached. The governor spends, people coming from outside Rivers State, he will change our naira to dollars and give to them and tell them to go and wait for assembly members and make sure they don't succeed to do anything to him. So in other words, what the governor is doing with our funds of Rivers people, the poor Rivers men and women who are paying taxes, is to change our money to dollars and be given to visitors to Rivers State, to stop us to subvert the Constitution. For how long are we going to allow this to happen? Our schools are not furnished. Our schools are not functioning the way they should function. Rivers people are suffering. Our youths are not being employed. Our roads are bad. Our hospitals, health centers are not fully functional. A lot of them are having issues. Rather than follow due process, what the governor has decided to do is to save money, change it to dollars, to subvert the will of the Rivers people, to subvert the Constitution. And he's boasting. Imagine the governor saying, the governor addressed the press rather and said, the only time that they should give him between now and the next 6 months before he will give account of or statement of account of Rivers people. Other governors are saying how they are receiving money, how much they received, how much they have spent since he became governor. Since May 2020, since May 29th, 2023, Siminalayi Fubara and Ngozi Madu were sworn in. They have never for once issued any statement of account of Rivers State. Not once. And the governor is boasting that they are going to call us and give us order not to follow the Constitution. And people are going in the media, people that we respect, elders that we respect are supposed to call him to order. They are going to tell him that what he's doing is good. Rather than caution the governor for his infractions on the Constitution, they are clapping for him. Rather than calling on the governor, they are calling on our FCT minister, who is helping Mr. President in Abuja, and making it look like it's a problem between the FCT minister and the governor. It is not FCT minister and the governor. It is the governor and the Constitution. The governor is a threat to our democracy. It is better we all resign and leave the governor and those he wants to use to defraud Rivers people. We cannot continue to allow this to happen. We sit here, elected people, and we cannot follow, we cannot enforce the Constitution. Then why are we here? Why are we sitting here? Why were we elected? For how long are we going to allow this to happen? Distinguished colleagues, enough is enough. If they want us to forget the legislature, we leave the legislature. Let only the governor and the deputy governor spend as they like and eat our money and do as they like. Why were we elected? Why do we have the legislature? Why can't we be allowed to do our job? Distinguished colleagues, I thank you for your contributions. We will follow this impeachment process through. The Supreme Court has confirmed that the governor has committed offenses against the Constitution. Let the law take its course. The law has to take its course. Mr. President, we thank Mr. President. He's a father. Mr. President has done his best. Mr. President has spoken to the governor. In my presence, Mr. President told the governor, I'm giving you a second chance. The governor refused. He gave him another one. The governor refused. How many times will the Mr. President call us? Distinguished colleagues, I thank you for your contributions. Prayers have been properly canvassed by members. Those in favor of the prayers of this motion should indicate by saying ayes. Aye. Again, say nay. The ayes have it. Distinguished colleagues, by this motion, this House hereby condemns the refusal of the Governor of Rivers State, Sir Siminalayi Fubara, GSSRS, with support from the Deputy Governor, Professor Ngozi Mma-Odu, DSSRS, to present the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and 2026 Appropriation Bill in line with the Rivers State Fiscal Responsibility Law 2010 and the Constitution, respectively, as well as the reckless spending from the Consolidated Revenue Fund of Rivers State. 2, this House is declaring that the House will not proceed with any action for presentation of the Medium-Term Expenditure Framework, MTEF, and Appropriation Bill 2026 until the investigation of gross misconduct leveled against the Governor and Deputy Governor are concluded. Distinguished colleagues, these are the prayers. Thank you so much. Clerk, do we have any other thing on the other paper?
Mr. Speaker, the order of the day has been exhausted.
Leader.
Honorable Speaker, very revered colleagues, Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that this House stands adjourned to 15th day of January 2025 at 10 a.m. I so move.
You so move. Deputy Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I support the motion for adjournment as moved by the leader. I so support.
Distinguished colleagues, the House stands adjourned to Thursday, the 15th day of January 2026 at 10 a.m. Mr. Speaker will now rise.